Great day, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Currell bringing you this podcast today. You know me, we love you. We appreciate you coming at you every day. And I want to thank you for the feedback I've been receiving lately. And, especially Jaime. Jaime, I know you listen, you send this to me all the time. And you know what? You got a great idea. I'm going to capitalize on your idea. I can't wait to share that with everybody. And it'll be a great one. It'll be a great one coming up. Thanks for the idea. All of you, thanks for doing what you do, pouring into our roads every day, pouring into our economy. You are much more than you ever dreamed you are. And I bring you these messages to restore that hope in you and that visibility in yourself. So when you look in the mirror and you look at that reflection when you walk in somewhere, you see a superhuman, because you're superhuman, you're super fantastic, and we super love you. And today I want to come to you because this is something that keeps coming up. So I know it's resonating on people's minds. So, the message in the mind that repeats the most wins the majority. It's winning, the health. So I want to break it down today. I'm going to drive right into it because it's important. The health that we have in our fifth and sixth decades of life doesn't start in our fifth and sixth decades of life. It starts right out of the box. Well, I'm going to start in the 20s. Our 20s are very important, but I want to remind you, we all think forever is forever and so far away. But I want you to think about this right now. I want you to think about how old you are. How old are you? Many of you are 30 plus. I don't know. But if the average American lives to 71, which is pathetic with this healthcare that we got and the food, I'll even say 77. I want you to think about that. Divide 77 and a half. Let's just go 35. That's what, 70? So if you're 37, you'll be what? 74? 38? Be 76? So if you're in your mid 30s, I want you to think about this now. If you're in your mid 30s or approaching your mid 30s, you're approaching the second half of your life. Isn't that crazy? Think about that. The first half is gone. Look at how fast that went. And trust me, I'll be 63 here shortly. Your second half is going to go much faster. Okay? Yeah. Kids raising, kids in school, kids in high school, all this running around, grandkids. I will guarantee you it hits real fast. Okay? So listen carefully. Because if you're in your 20s, congratulations. You're going to get the best advice of your life right now, and it's real simple. Live healthy. You are laying the bricks in your foundation for your future life. You are determining the longevity of your life. You're determining the health span of your life, not lifespan, health span. I don't want you just to live longer. I want you to live longer, healthier. So, in your 20s, your brain's going to stop developing. You need to be pouring into the learning. You need to be learning these things. You need to be learning the discipline, laying the bricks of foundation, the bricks in that foundation for disciplines, consistency, and all these things in life you need to do. The 20s are very important because they are ultimately hard because you're too old to be young, too young to be old. You're starting out jobs, so you're at the bottom. You think you got the crummy jobs. You get all the hard stuff. Yeah, guess what? 20s are hard. But you know why? Because you're transitioning from childhood to adulthood and you're forging your way in the world. And you're up against people that have been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years. Suck it up. Let's go. You're in your 20s. Congratulations. We're going to get moving. But you can do great things. Don't get blinded by the things I don't have and everybody else gets to do these things and you don't. You are in the prime of your age to be learning. Readers are leaders. Listen, this is the most important time to be controlling the traffic that goes in your ears. Your ears are shaped like a womb. What goes there, grows there. Goes in your brain and your heart. Your body will follow your heart. Get exercising, learn to eat healthy. We got other podcasts on that. Hook up with our team at Thrive and Beyond the Truck. Get in the Accelerate group. I'm telling you, this is where you start needing to start learning this stuff now. Because all the people I work with wish they would have started earlier. I shouldn't say all. Most of the people I work with wish they would have started earlier, wish we would have known this. We were brought up in an area where Guess what? Marketing took advantage of our parents and us, and we're eating all this junk food thinking we're eating healthy, and all they did was get rich while we die. That's the truth. The truth is they got rich, we die. They preyed on our uneducated knowledge against the scientists, against the average Americans, and guess what? They got our money and they got our health. So if you're in your 20s, I want you to understand the proper nutritional label and understand the diet and exercise and the importance of growing your mind right now in your 20s, because as you go into 30s, it's going to slow. You'll never quit learning. You'll be able to change the neuroplasticity in your brain, but the brain itself will stop growing is the way I understand. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to act like a doctor, so don't blow me up. But I'm going to tell you, you read in the books, at the age of 26 to 30, your brain's going to stop growing. You'll be able to develop new things in your brain. Don't get me wrong. But the 20s are very important for you to start building the skills in your mind, in your life, and start building them things that you to go forward. You're going to start choosing your spouse. You're going to start choosing your family. You're going to start choosing your homes. These are the things that are why it's very important. Start understanding these things. Your health will drive you forward. You get into your 30s, this is very important. Your brain's done developing. Now it's your muscle, your body, you're working out, you're doing things, you're exercising. Maybe you're not. You need to, because right now, this is the decade that you will be building your muscle mass for the rest of your life. The muscle mass is your body's 401k. Your muscle mass is your longevity to life. Your muscle mass is your health span in life. Your muscle mass is what you'll pull, the reserve you'll pull from when you're sick, when you have an infection, when you have surgery, not in your 30s, but in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s. I want to say that again. That muscle mass that you're going to build in your 30s will peak in your 30s. It is your life's 401k. It is your reserve. So when you get sick in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, you can pull from that muscle mass. The more you start with, the better off you are. Muscle mass right now in your 30s is that I don't care how much you can lift. I want to build that muscle mass. That muscle mass, that muscle in your body is the overall muscle in your body. Not just the brute strength. I can pick up 300 pounds one time, 400. That's awesome. But I want muscle mass throughout your entire body. Calves, legs, thighs, everywhere. When I talk about core muscle, I mean the whole core of your skeletal body. I want that muscle to be built. That muscle is the shock absorbers for your bones. Did the hip break and he fall, or did he fall and break his hip? Usually the hip breaks and you fall. I'm telling you, in your 30s, it's very important that you started to understand that nutrition you got in your 20s. You carry that nutritional value into your 30s, and you're working out and you're building muscle mass. That means more reps, less weight, slower reps, slower time between the reps. I don't care. You can do 250 pounds 3 times. I don't care. You can do 500 pounds. I want you to do the reps. I want you to do the work and start building that cardiovascular, that VO2 max. I want you to start building that up because that is important. We need oxygen and we need water. You can't breathe, you won't survive. Build that VO2 max. Get your breathing, get your heart rate up. When we're tracking the macros and we understand it, I'm not going to go into that. There are other podcasts and there are other things we can do. But you have to understand in your 20s, you start building the habits to carry into your 30s. In your 30s, you're eating healthy now and you're working out. It keeps you off the medications. Your body peaks in your 30s for muscle mass. Now you go into your 40s, you plateau. This is where the beer belly comes in. This is where the couch gets comfy. This is where we go to our comfort zone because we get tired. This is where you better start leaning in because the 40s are the transition into your older years, the older decades, the 50s, 60s, 70s, right? Obviously. But these 40s are important because your body's going to plateau. Plateau means you're going to want a flat line. You're going to want to build the beer belly. Say that 10 times. You're going to build the beer belly. You're going to get fat. You're going to get lazy. You're going to want to sit down. You're going to want to drink the beer. You're going to want to smoke the cigarettes. You're going to want to do all that stuff that's going to kill you and put you in the grave sooner. I see it all the time. If you're smoking and you're drinking 20s, 30s, and 40s, it will not show up. But I guarantee you in your 50s, 60s, it will show up. In your 70s, it will play havoc in your life, if not sooner. I'm going to say that again. If you're smoking in your 20s and 30s into your 40s, it will not show up now, but it will show up in your 50s and 60s. I can't tell you the people I've had conversation with just in the last 2 weeks, wish they would have ever smoked, wish they'd ever started vaping, because now they're battling cancer, they're battling COPD, they're doing all this crap. Take it from the guy that's on the road on the way back that made the mistakes. If you can't do it, find somebody to help you. Get in the damn group again, accelerate, whatever. You need people in your life to help you achieve these things. I'm telling you. You won't live your healthiest life when you think you're just going to walk through it on your own. We don't get through life alone. Your 40s are so important that you start maintaining your health for the 50s and 60s. Because guess what? That's when you're going to start having all the tests and you're going to start having all the surgeries and you're going to start having these things that you're going to want to pull from that muscle mass that you made in your 30s. You can tell I'm on fire about this because I'm tired of having conversations with people that wish they wouldn't have smoked when they were younger, wish they wouldn't have drank that much, wish they would have never been diagnosed with cancer, wish they wouldn't be watching their loved ones die right now. I wish they wouldn't have either. But I want you to know one thing. It's up to you right now to listen to what I'm telling you. You can think I'm full of black smoke out of the stack or whatever. I don't care. But I know one thing. The people that do listen to me and that do care, I care. I know. I come to the realization I cannot help everyone. I will not help everyone because they don't want to be helped. Don't tell me how to drive. Don't tell me how to live my life. That's your motto. That will put you in the grave sooner. For the ones of you, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for listening to me. That's why I'm giving you this message again. You're listening to me. I'm coming for you. Your 40s are very important. You start laying that foundation. You start looking at the things you need to start getting out of your life. Because when you're on medications in your 40s and you think you're going to take that medication for the next 20 years, how do you think your body's going to process that medication? It's going to tear up your liver. It's going to tear up your organs. It's going to attack your brain, your memory. It's going to lead you into dementia. Yeah, I'm talking these GLP drugs, these statins and all this stuff. You do not take medications the rest of your life to manage these illnesses. These medications are a bridge to get to the other side. But they have convinced us that we want to live on medication for 20, 30, 40 years. Bullshit. Your body can't take it. I'm sorry, your body can't take it. They are not made to be lived on. They are made to get on the bridge to get to the other side short term. Here's a real shocker. I told my doctor, he said, what's your goal? I said, get off my medication. He goes, well, that's a real shocker in today's world. I said, hell yeah, I'm not average. I don't want on my medications. I want off them. And that's what we need to do. So when you're in your 40s and you're drinking and you're smoking and you're vaping, take it from me right now. I'm telling you. You are shortening your life. Every cigarette is 11 minutes off your life. Every vape, every inhale of that vape is more. It's poison. They don't even sell it in other countries. They sell it in our world because they marketed and allowed it here to make billions of dollars. Hello. I hope that sinks into you. I'm going to tell you, I can think of 2 people off the top of my head that quit smoking and started vaping. Within months of vaping, were in the hospital having heart surgery or diagnosed with cancer. Or worse. I hope that sunk in. Because the 40s are very important for you to start building the routine for the rest of your life. You're plateauing, that's because I want you to take them 10 years to maintain that muscle mass. Look and build the routines, the disciplines to live healthy. Because your children are watching you. Your future generations that you're going to have in the next 2 decades will be watching you, will be honoring you. Will you be able to be around? Will you be able to get around with them? Will you be able to do the things with them? That's up to you right now in your 40s. Because when you get to your 50s, you start losing 10 to 11% of your muscle mass a year. Women, more. Men is 10 to 11%. Better get to work now. Now you start getting all these tests they want to do, and you want to do all these things and check you and all this stuff for the colons, the PSAs, all these other things, and for the women as well. Guess what? You know what they'll ask you? Are you diabetic? Oh, you've been diabetic for the last 10 or 20 years? Oh, you'd be one of the hardest patients to treat, hardest patients to recover from. What's your muscle mass look like? You're going to pull from that reserve, the proteins in the muscles. Not the sugars and the carbs and the junk and the fat, the things that have been plugging your arteries. Or maybe you got high cholesterol. Now you're taking the statins. The statins that you've been taking for 10 or 15 years that are helping you get to dementia. Now you got to have surgery and they put you under anesthesia. That's going to accelerate dementia. These are all things. I'm not a doctor. I have not tested these things. These are all the readings that I find and I study. And I'm going to tell you, maybe they're bogus, but I'm going to tell you, I can tell you for sure right now, I've seen people come out and guess what? The dementia's accelerated, the strokes come. Why do we want to do that to ourselves when you know better? The 50s are very important because it's going to reveal what happened in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. And we start declining in muscle mass, we have to start pouring into it. Flexibility. I don't care, again, how much you lift. I care that you lift and you build the muscle to maintain the muscle mass. The shock absorbers for your bones. So when you trip and fall, you can hold yourself up. You don't get, if you're diabetic, you get a cut, you get an infection, you got poor circulation. Guess what? Now you got blood clots. Now you start losing toes or part of your feet or amputation below your knees, things like that, but it's poor circulation. Your second hearts, your calves. That's why I'm telling you to do them things. Because now you're in the 60s. And now that you've declined and you lost 10% of your muscle mass, in this decade, you're going to lose another 10%. So in this decade, you're going to lose about 20 to 22% of your muscle mass, almost a quarter. So whatever you built in your 30s, get building it, maintain it, build it up now. You can still build muscle mass. Just do it. It's harder to do now. And you're learning. You can build neural paths in your brain. You can build these things in your 50s and 60s. But you know what? You have to say to yourselves, I need to change. Not the person that says, don't tell me how to do it. I've been doing it for 50, 60 years. That's great. How's it work now? As you're reaching for the medications and you're stuck on the couch because you can't walk and do something. Or your family's out enjoying yourselves and you have no VO. You can't breathe because you have COPD. Or it's too hot out. You can't do the stairs. I see it all the time. I figured out all the average age of the drivers within our company that passed away. That number was 57. Don't tell me the average driver is 61. Numbers mean bullshit to me. Everybody's different. We're not average. You're not average. You're a superhuman. Don't average nothing out. I'm not focused on 71. I'm focused on, I want to be 100 plus. Do I eat 90? Do I need 100% clean? Hell no, I don't. I had a brownie, I had a cookie, whatever. That's great. I didn't eat the whole damn box. I do not drink carbonation. I have non-negotiables for my health, for my brain. I'm telling you, your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s lead up to your 60s, obviously. And the life you lead in your 60s are in direct correlation to what you did in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. The 20s were the foundation for the 30s. The 30s were the foundation for the 40s. The 20s, 30s, and 40s were the foundation for your 50s. And all of them combined put you at your 60. No surprise there now, is it? No. Now in your 60s, you're close to retirement. Are you going to make it the last 4 or 5 years? Or how hard is that last 4 or 5 years? Or will you have to retire because of your health? Or will you get to retire while you're in good health and enjoy your family? I see more people having to retire because of poor health. I'm not worried about a number on a scale that we have to diet and don't eat this and don't eat that. I'm worried about what your food intake is. Are you measuring the proper proteins, the carbs, so you're not diabetic? You got the proteins, you got the muscle mass, you got all these things you need to live healthy when you're 60. So when you get to that point, you can retire because you want to. I hope this sinks in. Because now you can enjoy your life, what you worked so hard for and sacrificed for 30 decades, being gone, providing for the family. I'm here to tell you, I've watched too many people die of cancer. I watched too many people lose limbs. I watched too many people have to retire because they couldn't go no more. If I can save one more with this message, I got it through today. I won. I hope that one person's you. I hope that one person's you. But I guarantee you, we need each other to get through this. Contact our team at Thrive and Beyond the Truck. I'm going to put my link tree in there. You can join the link. You can join Accelerate through there. And you can be with all them other individuals that are learning this stuff and they're thriving in life. And trust me, they're in their 30s and they're in their 60s and they're CEOs, COOs, professional drivers. They are people that want to be better husbands because they're getting married. They are people that are on the roll, going to be world changers. I promise you. So click the link tree, join our group, sign up for our daily messages, whatever it takes. You contacted us at Thrive at Beyond the Truck. Many of you know me. If you don't, I hope you get to, because I will come for you. This industry was built on great people. Great people do great things. And I'm going to see to it that you have the greatest life possible. But I need your help, because you're not going to do it alone, and I can't do it for you. Love and appreciate you. Have a super fantastic. Keep the wheels on the ground. Stay in that lane, but stay in the lane of life, the one that you so deserve and create today. Look forward to seeing you in that group. Be super fantastic and have a super fantastic day. I'm Jerry Currell.